All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to another great episode on your favorite political talk show, The Truth with Ben Jokes. Now, 2 days ago, the Kaduna State Governor, Uba Sani, issued an official statement confirming the release of the 287 school pupils that were kidnapped in the Kuriga community of the state. This was about 8 days after the kidnappers issued a 20 days ultimatum to the federal and state government to pay them a ransom of 1 billion naira. They said if they don't pay within 20 days, that they will start killing the children one after the other. And after the release of the pupils, both federal and state government claimed that no ransom was paid. But most Nigerians did not believe them. Clearly, there was no rescue operation. So how did you get the children? Or did you just ask them nicely? And while we were yet demystifying that event, a massive proof that the government lied to the people about not paying ransom surfaced. And the internet was set ablaze, and so many supporters of APC and Tinubu were disappointed because this was something that happened many times under Buhari. We told them that this administration was going to be the same or most likely worse than the Buhari administration, but they argued with us. So when this happened, they crawled back into their shells. Before I show you what happened and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this update coming straight from Anambra State. You know, when we told Governor Charles Soludo to leave Peter Obi alone and face governance, he refused. Now, look at how he is failing massively. The roads he constructed in Anambra are being washed away by rain right before his eyes. Please watch this video.
Yeah. Soludo na kuya ya wa chanja. Chanja awu. Akatere to ru ko 1 week etere. Ochebe ba mi na junction yeah. Yeah, Soludo ya ndoro. Yeah. Alo funguru muri azu na mbure tata bo 25 March 2024. Yeah.
Wow, what a shame. The man claims to be a professor. Look at how he's failing woefully. No wonder he chose to take sides with the APC during the presidential election, because he detests competence. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Look at some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here by Akwa Ibom First Son said, Anambra people, please, was this road constructed by Peter Obi? Look at the picture of the road there. And look at the answers that followed. This tweet by Justice says, totally by Peter Obi. He didn't blow his trumpet at all. That's why we are here to do it for him now. No whine yourself. And this one answered again. He said, yes, and all the roads that Peter Obi constructed are all still strong. But the few roads that Soludo constructed are washed away already. What a shame. And Olusholami here says, Peter Obi did all these and was still able to save and invest money. Man is the blueprint of good leadership in Nigeria. No doubt about it. He got awards in the field of medicine, education. He turned Anambra around. Roads, they called him Doctor of Roads in his time. Yes, you remember the Bill Gates and Melinda Gates awards that he got in the area of health. And he was still able to save money for the state. What an epitome of leadership. And this tweet by Evan says, yes, that is the 10-lane road from Head Bridge down to Nkpo to Ogidi. Those fencing you are seeing was the one he said he got the idea from a madman that people are making fun of. And this guy replied and said, are you being serious? Someone else said, yes, he is. And that is it. The proofs are there. Tweet by Mr. Invisible says, I've never seen Obi bragging about the project he did as a governor, because he understands that infrastructure are basic needs of the people expected to be met by the government. The only thing he talks about is his human capital development performance as a governor. Just elite. Very elite. The man is in a class of his own. The kind of leadership that he offers is yet to be seen in the history of this country. And here is another Peter Obi Road project receipt by Uncle Nebuchadnezzar. He tweeted, here is before and after. Peter Obi remains the best Anambra State governor till date. Look at the state of the road before Peter Obi, and look at how it became when Peter Obi came in. And this guy replied, he said, wow, you get this picture? Upper Iweka of my childhood was a stinkingly dirty environment until Peter Obi did his magic. And he replied, yes, so problem is that there was no internet and social media influencers to do Otiunkpu for all the fantastic jobs he did then. But good deeds can never go into hiding forever. They are now there for the whole world to see, and that is why the man remains an enigma. Now, let us look at the development between the Nigerian army and Boko Haram that gave us that clear leading to how the government was able to get the abducted 287 school pupils released from the kidnappers. Check out this update. Nigerian army set to release 200 Boko Haram detainees in Borno after clearing them of wrongdoing. Oh, the Nigerian army is set to release more than 200 suspects who had been detained over Boko Haram terrorist activities. The military said the suspects had been cleared of links to the Boko Haram sect. The detainees will be handed over to the Borno state government for proper reintegration into the society on Tuesday morning at Giwa Barracks in Maiduguri, the state capital. The detainees were arrested by the military in the heat of insurgency. Not fewer than 200 cleared Boko Haram suspects have been cleared of any wrongdoing by security operatives, and they will be handed over to the Borno state government for rehabilitation and reintegration. The handing over ceremony is set to be this morning, Tuesday, at 10 a.m. at Giwa Barracks, a top source told Daily Trust. The source said the State Commissioner for Women Affairs, Zuwaira Gambo, and her Information and Internal Security counterpart, Professor Tahar Umar, will be receiving the cleared detainees on behalf of the state government. Because I am a child, because I am a 2-year-old, that is why you sell this story to me and I'll believe. Over 200 pupils were released, and now you are releasing over 200 detained Boko Haram members. You said you have cleared them of their wrongdoing. What a shame. We know what is playing out here. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Look at some of the tweet reactions. This tweet by Buki's agent says, kidnapped kids were released yesterday. 24 hours later, Nigerian army said to release 200 Boko Haram detainees. It's all right. It's all right. We know what's going on. And this tweet here says, this might be one of the conditions for freeing the abducted children. Oh, Nigeria. And this tweet here says, Boko Haram requested they be released, else the recent surge in attacks on military facilities will be intensified. We are now being held to ransom, isn't it? And this tweet here says, oh, this is the negotiation Gumi talked about. And Mazi replied, they exchanged them for the abducted school children. That is it. And Festus Okunola says, flexing muscle on the people in one Delta village and be releasing Boko Haram members. It is well. What a shame. Johnson Adedoyin here says, since they freed the school children, the government must free their people as well. Nothing goes for nothing. That is it. It was an exchange plus cash. And this tweet here says, exchanging the school kids kidnapped with these murderers. What a shame. Despicable act. And Ogbeni Abiodun here says, return abductees releasing Boko Haram terrorists. But it is my tweet complaining about the madness APC does that is demarcating Nigeria, right? Nikure. He say you people will not die well. Because when Nigerians complain on social media, government officials will come and say all these complaints are the things demarketing Nigeria, that the things we tweet are the reasons foreign investors will not come and invest. So this guy is saying you people will not die well for saying such things. That you that is exchanging captured terrorists for the people abducted, you are coming to complain about our tweets? And remember that the last time Gumi was on Arise TV, he said, if we can see Israel and Hamas exchanging prisoners, then why should we not negotiate with these people? That was the exact thing Sheikh Gumi said, and this is what is happening now. As soon as this update dropped, Tinubu supporters, I mean the few educated ones who still try to make a case for this government, crawled back into their shells. We told them from the very beginning that nothing good could come out of this ticket. But because of so many meaningless reasons, they stood with it. Now look at what is happening. This is just a continuation of the Buhari regime, just as Tinubu promised. The lack of political will to fight insurgency is back to the fore. Sheikh Gumi is now the one back running the show. He said it on Arise TV. He said, why can't we exchange prisoners with these terrorists the way Israel and Hamas are doing? And just few days later, we are exchanging prisoners. Sheikh Gumi is running the show, and this is how it will continue. This is how ordinary people will keep coming up, holding the government to ransom, looting the national treasury dry under the APC, while the common man continues to languish in poverty. And it is the same thing with policies. When you see import duties increasing, it might just be somebody that will walk up there and say, look, you have to increase these import duties so that I can make money. And he holds the government to ransom, and they go ahead and do it. This is how Nigerians will continue to suffer under the APC. If Nigerians desire freedom, they need to cast sentiments aside, bring themselves together, and kick these guys out of power. But until then, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Now I dey here. So don't go away. Don't go away.